Hello everyone, welcome to Migrants Collective Stories. I'm with Ellie, my bestie, Elizabeth Soto from Chile, and today we are going to know more about her story. But I want to ask you, where are we?
We are in a very special coffee shop called All Things Equal.
Look at that. This place is super special because they employ people that they are not usually employed in normal coffee shops. So I really want to invite you to try this place. And well, we have to try now our coffees. Do you
Looks
want to try
beautiful.
it?
Let's see if it tastes
Yeah,
right.
looks awesome. So good. I'm gonna try it. Cheers, guys. So hey, Ellie, how long have you been living here?
Well, I arrived here last January, so around 16 months already. And yeah, 16, 17 months. But I lived here before. I lived here in Australia 2017. The first time then I left home and I live overseas. Yeah, it was here in Melbourne actually. So I'm back.
And may I ask, what are you doing here? Are you studying, working?
Well, I ask myself the same every single morning. What the hell are you doing here? No, yeah, I'm studying for the moment. I'm studying. I arrived here with a working visa, with the working holiday. I think that's very famous in our country. But yeah, now I'm studying English because I want to go to uni next year and start to study to be an educator.
Oh my god, this is very different than you do usually. I mean, your background is in an engineer area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I study in Universidad de Santiago de Chile, University of Santiago in Chile, and yeah, I study automation, industrial automation. I work in Goodyear for a few years and other industries before I left my country and decided just to travel and learn a little bit about how life can be different, like another perspective actually. So
And
yeah.
may I ask, what is your current work? What are you
Well,
currently doing here?
now I babysit. Now I'm babysitting. Sometimes now I'm preparing myself to make English lessons online, and I'm also practicing to do Spanish lessons. But I'm almost a full-time babysitter. I work with kids. That's what
Yeah,
I
but
do.
they are awesome. I love
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I babysit a 3 years old toddler and an 18 months baby.
And may I ask, how have been your working experience here? Because you worked before in another area. When you were working, when you were in your work and holiday visa, you were doing hospitality.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I did both, a mix of both during my traveling. So I'm a babysitter during the day, and I'm a bartender or waitress during the night. It's like I have a double personality or something like that. But yeah, I also did bartender jobs and waitress. I also clean like whatever that it was available to do, and it was fair paid and it was fair treat. Like I've been very lucky with the family that I work with and with my employers, but I know that it's not the usual story that you hear around here. Yeah.
And what about your working experience in overseas?
Well, working experience overseas, I insist I've been very lucky. I also live in Denmark for a year and I work in hospitality for a few months. The first time it was a very nice experience. I think there's many places that take advantage of your situation as an immigrant. They think because you don't have contacts or you're looking for opportunities, you're desperate for something, and they want to take advantage of that. Of course, I'm not the kind of person that like that kind of situations. I can manage to survive, but I definitely don't like to be mistreated. So yeah, I left that job, and then I start looking for other jobs. I I found a very good job in a restaurant, in an Argentinian restaurant, and the people was very nice there, and I have a very good time. So again, I was babysitting and cleaning during the day, and I was in a bar and waitressing during the night.
Okie dokie. So, in all these experiences, what do you think are the obstacles or the situations that don't let us to try to improve our situations or our labor or maybe our interest to be skilled in another areas?
I think the language wall is everywhere. I think you feel that you're not good enough. Your English is never good enough. Your language is never good enough, and you don't want to feel like you're making, I don't know, a fool or you're looking ridiculous trying to apply for a qualified job. And the truth is, Latin American people, we study very hard, harder than these countries, and we are very hard workers, and we are very good. We have very good qualifications, like in our studies, and how we also work, like work ethic and all that. I think that the only thing that keep us apart is the language, and also because the law, how the system is made, doesn't help you. It doesn't help at all. Like if you arrive here with a visa, like a student visa, you can only work for 20 hours. So you have to study during, and no, there's no professional job that gives you a contract for 20 hours. Normally they ask for 30 or 35 at least. So it's very difficult to get a job in that aspect, like legally doing. And yeah, and the other thing is with that. Time to work, you pay only basic stuff like your course and your apartment, your food. So you don't have extra to work in your projects or invest maybe in a better education or better qualification or in an English course. Like it's not enough. So the regulations that they have here, they limited how far you can go. Also, it's not very helpful actually. Yeah.
So this makes a bit complex. This make a bit complex. Try to find our pathway. Well, it's interesting. I think it's kind of the same. So for this reason, we are building this space where women, migrant ones, can talk about their dreams, their projects, and what they are doing. I found awesome stories about people who is starting their own business, because sometimes we can try another paths, not necessarily be in the area that we were told, or we have those skills from our countries. Maybe now we can just play around and take another alternatives. and I found a lot of entrepreneurs. So this is a very good for the next stories. So wow, we are talking about dreams, and I have to ask you, which one is your dream and your dream work?
Well, I want to be an educator, and I would love to find a different way to teach and different things to teach. I would love to do that at school, make a project and make a different kind of school that it talks about emotional skills, and that it talks about sustainability and connect with the planet and connect with the people, things that you usually don't hear about at school. How to eat, how to eat, how to prepare your food, what is important about your daily life. Um, so yeah, I would I would love to still work with kids. It's part of what I am doing now, actually. Um, but yeah, take that to a bigger scale and make it a school where you can learn what's really important in this world. I'm not talking about that mathematics are not important or science not important. I'm very agree that you need those tools um, to live and to have a very quality of life. Um, but the truth is the base, the very important part. How can you improve your quality of life every day? There's others aspect like how do you sleep, how do you eat, how do you connect with people, how do you communicate your emotions. So if I'm going to be an educator, I would love to be an educator with that path. That's my biggest dream. And I will never ever think about doing something like this if I don't go out of my comfort zone and I look things from outside, because we always been told that if you're not a professional and if you're not an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer and earn a lot of money, then you don't have many opportunities. But the truth is, maybe that wasn't my vocation. You know what I really wanted to do. Um, and your job is the most important part of your life, because you spend half of your life working and the other half sleeping. Like, it is very hard. So you have to make it work. You have to make it in a way that is with integrity and what you really want to do.
So what's the plan for arrive or achieve this main goal that is build this awesome school with all new information and things that we consider basics. Sometimes these things comes with a culture, but we realize common sense it doesn't exist in every culture. So now I really think teach about talking about education, teach and people needs to be educated in kindness and love. How we can connect each other and well this is one of the reasons why we are here and we are not just in any other normal coffee shop. We love inclusion and we're migrants.
And support local, support fair trade. I think these are very important things that we skip normally because we're in a rush all the time. So we're looking for the easy way, we're looking for the cheapest way to do stuff. But the truth is, there's always a better way to do it. We have to start with something. I have to leave my job. I have to leave my career. I have to leave home behind, my family, my friends, to realize that I'm not gonna starve and I'm not gonna die. If I'm not an engineer, I'm not gonna die. And I'm not gonna be unhappy. I'm not gonna be miserable. Like everyone tells you that if you're a teacher, you're gonna starve, and it's a very hard job. And like I babysit, and I pay my food, and I'm paying for my education, and I'll make this happen. But that have a cost, and that the cost is that you have to live everything that you believe, and all these thoughts that you cannot do it, and it's not possible, and it's too hard behind, and just try something new, something different. I think there's people that will never think about cleaning, or I don't know, babysitting, like I'm a professional, how could I do that? But it's a mental set about that this job is not the best, and that job only, I don't know, empty people does it. And the truth is, doing these kind of jobs, you actually have time and space in your mind to realize what you really want to do. I think that when you're a professional, believe me, you don't have the time or the energy to do it. Like, not at all.
So, what are your wishes or recommendations for other migrants collective? Wishes.
Well, first, don't be frustrated about what you're doing now, because it's a way to get where you want to go. If you're cleaning houses, if you're changing nappies, if you're blowing noses, it's okay. Listen to your podcast, talk with people, find the way to get where you want to go, and start to take risks. Start to take chances, start to make it happen. Like, I've been a babysitter for a very long time, but now I'm starting to organize English lessons, Spanish lessons, little by little with friends, and just trying different stuff to get closer to the things that I want to do. It requires a lot of time, a lot of effort. I'm super tired because I work in the day and study in the evening, and then the English classes, and then the Spanish classes, and yeah, it's exhausting. But don't lose your energy, don't lose your spirit, and you are good enough. Even if you feel that your English or your language skill are not enough, study. Change something, make it happen. Don't stay there just feeling sad about it, because even if you learn a word a day, or something new every day, in a week you're gonna feel so much better, and so much very confident, much confidence about it. So make it happen. That's
Beautiful, beautiful. I love this advice. Take a risk and make it happen. Don't feel frustrated, and see it as an opportunity.
Yeah, and if you're feeling frustrated, talk with people. There's someone else that have a different perspective, because they can see it from the outside. So talk about those feelings, talk about what you think, and yeah, get some support. Sometimes we all need it. We all need it sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, can I hug you?
Yeah.
Well, Ellie, thank you so much for all your wisdom, for sharing your experiences with us, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be a super important and safe space for women. We need to talk about it, about what we are doing, what are our dreams, sometimes our sorrows, and what we can do, trying to find another alternatives to live here and be closer to our dreams.
Exactly. That's very important.
Thank you so much for today, and let's drink the coffees. Oh my god. I will show you a little bit the coffee shop, guys. Look at that. It's such a beautiful space. All of you are invited to take a coffee here, and we're going to say goodbye. Bye.